Hey, what's up, everybody? It's good to see you guys. Had a great weekend. I know it's Wednesday, and I know the weekend was a couple days ago, but I was in recovery mode. Had a great weekend over at Boxtoberfest and competed and took third in the Masters division, so that was a win. The goal was to podium. Had some teams from out of state that came in, but you know, what can you do? So Derek actually here, coach, mentor at the Master Key Mastermind Alliance, Go 90 Grow, coach for you if you ever want it, husband, father, chiropractor, general guy. So today's topic, and I'm going to warn you now, there's going to be a little bit of explicit language, so I apologize, but it is what today is, right? So today's topic is, you got to be a badass. Right? You got to walk like you're a badass. You got to walk with attitude. You got to step up into life, and you've got to take it on. Because here's the deal. Walking through life like this doesn't cut it. But it happens. It happens to all of us. Right? There's things in life that we're standing there and we're being the badass. We're walking through life. Our chest is up, our head is up, everything's going good, and something comes along and wham, hits you right across the face. And you go, Okay, that kind of stung, but I'm good. I'm still good. Yeah, I'm good. Let's go. And you keep walking, right? And the next thing you know, wham, and something hits you again. And it just seems sometimes like life just keeps throwing punches at you and punches at you. And sometimes it gets heavy. Sometimes that load that you've been carrying, those fights you've been fighting, the war you've been going to gets heavy. And you start sinking, and you start not becoming that badass, right? You start becoming something else. And it's just a spiral sometimes. I get it. I know, right? The last 2 years for me have been that. The last 2 years have been me getting hit in the face and punched and hit in the gut and kicked and hit and hit. And I get it, right? I get it. It gets heavy. You start to wonder in life whether what you're doing and where you're going is going to get you where you wanted to go. You start struggling. You start feeling like you're dragging a weight. You start becoming unhappy. You start becoming disconnected. You just start becoming someone you're not. Right? Depression can kick in. Anger can kick in. All kinds of things can kick in, right? So when I'm saying be a badass, I mean I don't mean go through life and be rude to people and you know, puff your chest up at people and go like that. But walk with purpose, walk with attitude, walk with a sense of who you are and where you're going, right? Because you're better than that. You're better than having to carry the load of failures, right? But that's what they feel like. I get it, I know, right? I know. And they feel like failures. And you start to wonder if those things that you've been doing for your family or for yourself or for your business or for whatever are getting you anywhere. So walk with purpose. Walk with your chest up. Walk with knowing where you're going. Walk with who you are. Like last week we talked about, sometimes you got to brush your shoulder off, right? And so as those things hit you across the face and it gets heavy, sometimes you just got to start brushing those off. And you've got to find that clarity, and you've got to find that purpose, and you've got to find that why, and you've got to know that one thing. Right? But sometimes as all that comes down on us, sometimes that one thing feels like it's way out there. Right? So how are you going to get there? You're not going to get there with your head down and not knowing where it is. You got to get there with your head up and your chest up and an attitude of that you can do this. Life is life, man. Right? Sometimes people say, are you going to be okay? Is it all right? Yeah, I'm okay. I'm breathing. As long as I'm breathing, I have a chance. Once I stop breathing, my chance is gone. So every morning when I wake up, right, you have a choice. I have a choice. We all have a choice. Do we get up and do we play the victim through the day? And some days you're going to do it. It's just the way it goes. But you've got to realize that most days you've got to get up and you've got to be the king. You've got to be the queen. You've got to conquer the world day after day after day and go get it. Gary Vaynerchuk calls it a hustle. You got to be willing to hustle, right? Whatever you want to call it, be a badass. That's what the world's waiting for you to do, is put your chest up, put your head up, and go conquer it. The world's waiting for you to do that. Your family is waiting for you to do that. Everybody's waiting. You've been waiting. It's time to step up and start being that person. So my challenge for you today is put your chest out. Be a badass. Brush it all off. Take a breath. Keep that one thing right there and go get it. All right? I love you guys. I appreciate you. I'll talk to you tomorrow. Love, light, peace. See you guys.